tracking weather where you live. Meteorologist Mike Davis from the Doppler 10 Weather Center.
Pretty quiet, pretty muggy out there this morning. Some storms in the overnight and more expected later on today. As we look at live Doppler 10 radar, though, not a lot going on in our vicinity at all. So peaceful and quiet here this morning. But earlier in the early morning hours, there's some strong storms off to our north. There was an early morning tornado warning up in Morrow County. Some of that stuff you can see moving away and to the north and east. So everything quieting down here this morning. But the air is pretty well saturated. Later on, a cold front's going to move into it, and you put those two things together. Not the best combination. Probably fortunate it's not as hot as it was the last couple of days here today. But the Storm Prediction Center has most of the state under a slight risk for severe weather. And notice we're in good company. It extends into upstate New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, all the way down to the Gulf. And that's all along a very strong cold front that's moving our way. So we got more rain and storms on tap for today. The flood threat, of course, is still there. Meanwhile, we've got a severe threat later on from strong storms, mainly gusty winds and hail, the biggest threats, and then much cooler as we head through the next few days. Outside this morning, nothing particularly cool about it. It's 65 and it's sticky, sultry out there. Humidity, well, fairly high, 100%. Don't get any higher than that. Winds are calm. Patchy fog could be an issue here this morning. Low to mid 60s around the outer belt. 64 at Whitehall, at Grandview Heights, at Tuttle Mall. 62 over at Galloway and Linworth. 68 at Galena, usually one of the cooler readings. It's one of the warmer ones this morning. 62 at Blacklick, 65 at Obetz. Central Ohio readings, low to mid 60s as well. 63 at Delaware and London, as cool as we've got, and 67 at Lancaster, of all places, is the warm spot this morning, so things a little bit different. Yesterday morning, it was near 70 off to the north. Now it's 58 at Findlay, 64 at Mansfield, 67 at Zanesville, and 63 down at Portsmouth. At the bus stop, pretty much a 60 to 65 degree morning with patchy fog a possibility, variably cloudy skies. Sunrise picks up another minute, now at 6:17. As you look at the day, we warm into the low 70s by noon. Stays kind of in the low, maybe mid 70s for a high this afternoon with a chance for showers and storms toward evening. Lots of moisture to work with. This is tapped into Gulf moisture, so that's one of the issues. It's a very summer-like pattern here for the spring. As we look at the model, a quiet morning, showers off to the north and west here early. By noon, they stay off to the north and west, but as we get toward evening, it becomes more scattered. Some pop-ups a possibility. This is 5 o'clock, so scattered showers and storms could be going on in the area. Again, isolated ones could be strong to severe in the evening and into the early morning. And then another wave of precipitation as we go into tomorrow morning, so likely to be a soggy start to your Thursday and much cooler with rain pretty much all through the morning and maybe into the early afternoon. Low 60s early, mid 60s for a high. That's a pretty big change. By Friday morning, we are down in the 40s. Look for a low around 43 with a high of 60. For the weekend, looking pretty good for the race for the Cure. It is going to be chilly, though. Saturday morning, temperatures in the low 40s, a high in the low 60s. Sunday, mid 60s, and then Monday, Tuesday, look dry, and we slowly see temperatures moderate a little bit with lows in the 40s and highs in the 60s.